Welcome back to our channel. Today we have an important topic to discuss. Foods that may increase your risk of developing this deadly condition. Before we begin, remember that moderation is key, and it's essential to maintain a balanced diet. Now let's dive into the list of 15 foods you should be cautious about. Number 1 on our list is processed meats like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs. Processed meats, while undeniably tasty, typically undergo a series of treatments before they reach our plates. These treatments, like smoking, curing, or salting, enhance flavor, extend shelf life, and maintain color. Unfortunately, they also introduce chemicals that can be harmful when consumed in excess. One of the main concerns with processed meats is the presence of nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals are commonly used as preservatives to prevent bacterial growth and maintain the appealing pink color of these meats. However, during the cooking process, these nitrates and nitrites can form nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Nitrosamines have been linked to an increased risk of various cancer types, including colorectal and stomach cancer. So, while it's challenging to resist the allure of that sizzling strip of bacon or a juicy sausage link, it's crucial to be mindful of our consumption of processed meats. Reducing our intake and opting for healthier alternatives can go a long way in reducing our cancer risk and promoting overall well-being. Moving on to number 2 is high salt intake. Many of us enjoy the flavors that salt brings to our meals. It enhances taste and can make dishes more appealing. However, it's important to balance salt consumption, because excessive salt intake can be linked to a heightened risk of stomach cancer. This fact may not be as widely known as some other dietary factors, but it's crucial to be aware of it for the sake of our health. The science behind this link is intriguing. Excessive salt in our diets can irritate and damage the stomach lining over time. This irritation can lead to the formation of ulcers and chronic inflammation, which in turn can increase the risk of cancerous cell growth. Additionally, high salt intake can also facilitate the growth of a bacterium called Helicobacter pylori, known to be a risk factor for stomach cancer. Number 3 is the consumption of red meat. Red meat, especially when cooked at high temperatures, can produce carcinogenic compounds. One of the key concerns associated with red meat consumption is how it's prepared and cooked. When red meat is subjected to high-temperature cooking methods such as grilling, frying, or broiling, it can undergo chemical changes that produce carcinogenic compounds. These compounds, which include heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, have been linked to an increased risk of this deadly condition. But what can we do to protect ourselves and still enjoy the occasional steak or burger? First and foremost, moderation is key. Limiting your consumption of red meat, especially when it comes to processed and heavily charred options, can significantly reduce your cancer risk. Opt for lean cuts of meat and consider alternatives like poultry, fish, or plant-based proteins to diversify your diet. Proceeding to number 4 is taking delight in sugary beverages. Sugary beverages, like soda, are not just bad for your waistline, but may also be associated with certain cancers. While the link between excessive sugar consumption and weight gain has long been established, we must now confront an even graver concern: the potential association between sugary beverages and certain cancers. It is a well-documented fact that sugar-laden drinks, such as soda, pack a powerful punch of empty calories. These liquid calories often go unnoticed but can wreak havoc on our bodies. The alarming rise in the consumption of these sugary elixirs is cause for concern, as studies increasingly suggest a connection between their consumption and the development of various cancers. High-fructose corn syrup, commonly used to sweeten sodas, has been associated with inflammation, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of developing cancerous cells. Furthermore, the rapid spikes in blood sugar levels caused by these sugary drinks can create an environment that promotes the growth of cancer cells. The deadly number 5 is excess consumption of trans fats. Trans fats, commonly found in fast food and processed snacks, have been linked to an elevated cancer risk. These harmful fats, commonly found in fast food and processed snacks, pose a significant threat to our health, and we must understand the risks they carry. Now, you may wonder how something as innocuous as the foods we consume can be so detrimental to our well-being. The answer lies in how trans fats disrupt our body's natural processes. These fats not only raise our bad cholesterol levels, but also lower our good cholesterol levels. This harmful combination contributes to plaque buildup in our arteries, increasing the risk of heart disease. But what's even more alarming is their association with this deadly condition. Studies have shown that a diet high in trans fats is linked to a higher risk of certain types of cancer, particularly breast, prostate, and colorectal cancers. The exact mechanism behind this is complex, but it's believed that trans fats may promote inflammation and cell damage, which can fuel this deadly condition growth. Number 6 on the list is alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption can damage cells and increase the risk of various cancers, especially in the liver and breast. Alcohol, while often enjoyed socially and in moderation, can have dire consequences when consumed excessively. It's more than just a beverage, it's a potential risk factor for various forms of this deadly condition. Among these, liver cancer and breast cancer stand out as particularly concerning. When we consume alcohol, it gets metabolized in our bodies. During this process, toxic substances are formed, including acetaldehyde, a known carcinogen. This substance can damage our DNA, leading to mutations that may trigger the development of cancerous cells. The liver, our body's primary detoxifying organ, is especially vulnerable to these toxic effects. Over time, chronic alcohol consumption can lead to cirrhosis, a condition where healthy liver tissue is replaced by scar tissue, significantly increasing the risk of liver cancer. But alcohol's impact doesn't stop there. For women, excessive alcohol intake has been linked to an increased risk of breast cancer. It is believed that alcohol may raise estrogen levels in the body, which in turn can promote the growth of this deadly condition cells in breast tissue. This is a sobering reminder that even seemingly unrelated lifestyle choices can profoundly affect our health. Taking on number 7 is avoiding overcooked foods. Foods cooked at high temperatures, such as barbecued or grilled items, can form carcinogenic compounds. You may have fond memories of sizzling barbecues and perfectly grilled items, but it's essential to be aware of the potential risks associated with these culinary delights. When foods are exposed to high temperatures through methods like grilling or barbecuing, they undergo complex chemical reactions that can form carcinogenic compounds. Now, I'm not here to suggest that you should give up your favorite grilled dishes altogether. Instead, I encourage you to take a more informed and cautious approach. One way to reduce the formation of these harmful compounds is by using marinades. Marinating your meats before grilling can be a flavorful way to protect your health. Certain marinades, like those containing citrus fruits or vinegar, have been shown to reduce the formation of heterocyclic amines. Furthermore, consider cooking at lower temperatures when possible. Slow roasting, baking, or steaming your food can be a healthier alternative. This not only decreases the risk of carcinogenic compound formation, but also helps to retain more of the food's natural nutrients. Canned foods with bisphenol A are number 8 on our list. Many canned foods have a lining that contains bisphenol A, which might have links to this deadly condition. In our fast-paced lives, we often turn to the convenience of canned goods, believing them to be a quick and easy meal solution. However, there is a hidden danger lurking in the linings of these cans, a danger that might have links to this deadly condition. The culprit here is a chemical known as bisphenol A. BPA is commonly used in the lining of canned food containers to preserve the contents and prevent corrosion. It keeps our canned soups, vegetables, and fruits fresh for extended periods. But what many of us don't realize is that bisphenol A has been the subject of extensive scientific scrutiny. Number 9 is the deceptive sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and saccharin have raised concerns. They promise the sweetness we crave without the caloric consequences. However, their use has sparked debates and ongoing research into their potential effects on our health. First, let's consider aspartame. It's a commonly used artificial sweetener in various products, from diet sodas to sugar-free desserts. While regulatory authorities, such as the FDA, have deemed it safe for consumption within established limits, there remains a cloud of uncertainty. Some studies have suggested possible links between aspartame consumption and health concerns, including this deadly condition. While these findings are not conclusive, it's crucial to approach aspartame with caution and consume it in moderation. Now, turning our attention to saccharin, another artificial sweetener, it too has been a subject of scrutiny. In the past, Saccharin was listed as a potential carcinogen, but subsequent research has led to its delisting as a cancer-causing agent. Nevertheless, the shadow of doubt continues to loom over its safety. Our number 10 is refined sugars. High consumption of foods with refined sugars, such as sugary snacks, sugary beverages, and processed desserts, can have detrimental effects on your health. One of the most concerning consequences of excessive sugar intake is its association with obesity. Obesity is not only a health concern, but is also a well-established risk factor for several types of this deadly condition. When you eat too much sugary food, your body can turn the extra energy into fat. This can make you gain weight and increase your risk of this deadly condition. One type of cancer, breast cancer, is especially a worry for postmenopausal women who are overweight. Extra fat in the body can make hormones like estrogen that can make breast cancer cells grow. Another cancer, colorectal cancer, is also linked to being overweight. This connection has to do with things like inflammation and changes in insulin levels in your body. Furthermore, being overweight can increase the risk of pancreatic, endometrial, and kidney cancers. Extra body fat can cause inflammation, which plays a role in pancreatic cancer. Obesity can also raise estrogen levels, leading to endometrial cancer. Although the link is unclear, kidney cancer might be connected to obesity due to changes in insulin levels and inflammation. Number 11. Foods preserved through methods like salting, pickling, or smoking may seem delightful to our taste buds, but beneath the surface, they can harbor substances linked to an increased risk of this deadly condition. While we certainly don't need to eliminate these treats from our diets entirely, moderation is the key. Let's delve into the science behind this. When foods are preserved through salting, chemicals like nitrates and nitrites are often added. These compounds can react with other substances in the body to form potentially harmful compounds. For example, in processed meats like bacon and sausages, the combination of nitrates and cooking at high temperatures can lead to the formation of nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Pickling, another method of preservation, often involves the use of brine or vinegar, which can create an environment conducive to the formation of certain chemicals. These substances have been associated with an increased risk of cancer when consumed regularly. Smoking, particularly in the context of meat and fish, introduces another dimension to the issue. Smoking can generate chemicals called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and benzopyrenes, classified as carcinogens by health authorities. Number 12 are refined grains. Refined grains, such as white bread and white rice, can spike blood sugar levels. While they may seem innocent, it's essential to recognize that these refined grains can harm our health, particularly regarding the risk of this deadly condition. One of the key issues with refined grains is their ability to spike blood sugar levels rapidly. When we consume foods like white bread or white rice, they are quickly broken down into sugars, causing a sharp and rapid increase in our blood sugar levels. This spike in blood sugar might feel like a momentary surge of energy, but it comes at a cost. High levels of blood sugar can trigger a cascade of events in our body, one of which is the production of insulin. Over time, our bodies can become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is not only associated with diabetes, but also plays a role in developing this deadly condition. Number 13. Cancerous-giving food are some conventionally grown produce. Most conventionally grown produce may have pesticide residues. Many fruits and vegetables in conventional farming practices are treated with pesticides to protect them from pests and diseases. While these pesticides effectively safeguard crops, they can also leave behind residues on the produce that consumers eventually eat. The concern here lies in the potential link between pesticide residues and cancer. Some pesticides have been classified as carcinogens or have shown carcinogenic properties in animal studies. These chemicals can disrupt the body's natural processes and DNA, increasing the risk of developing this deadly condition over time. Number 14. Farmed salmon. Farmed salmon may contain higher levels of contaminants than wild-caught salmon. Many of us enjoy the delicious taste and nutritional benefits of salmon, but it's crucial to understand that not all salmon is created equal. The two primary categories of salmon available in the market are farmed and wild-caught salmon. Contrary to popular belief, Farmed salmon may contain higher contaminants than their wild-caught counterparts. The farming process often involves crowded conditions in which the fish are raised, making them more susceptible to diseases and parasites. As a result, farmed salmon are frequently treated with antibiotics and pesticides, which can leave behind residues that find their way into the salmon we consume. Additionally, farmed salmon are often fed a diet that may include synthetic additives and less natural food sources than wild salmon. This difference in diet can affect the nutritional composition of the fish. Furthermore, farmed salmon may accumulate higher levels of harmful substances, which are carcinogens. These contaminants can risk our health, and their presence in farmed salmon is a cause for concern. Last but not least are microwave popcorn bags, coming as number 15. Microwave popcorn bags often contain perfluorooctanoic acid, which may be a concern. This chemical has raised concerns among health experts for its potential link to this deadly condition. Perfluorooctanoic acid is a compound used in the manufacturing of the lining of these popcorn bags, and it has been associated with various health issues, including an increased risk of certain cancers. When microwave popcorn is heated, whether in your microwave or on the stovetop, the heat can cause the perfluorooctanoic acid in the bag lining to vaporize. As you inhale the steam and aroma from the freshly popped popcorn, you may unknowingly be exposed to these harmful fumes. Perfluorooctanoic acid has been classified as a potential carcinogen by some regulatory agencies, indicating that prolonged exposure to this chemical could increase your risk of developing this deadly condition. That concludes our list of 15 foods that may increase your cancer risk. Remember, maintaining a balanced diet and a healthy lifestyle is crucial in reducing these risks. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe for more health-related content. Thanks for tuning in.